And we start with our developing story unfolding in Soweto. There's a heavy police presence at Maponya Mall as tensions between taxi operators and e-hailing drivers continue to simmer. It's also the site of the death of one person who was killed. 2 others were wounded in what's believed to have been taxi-related violence last night. 2 e-hailing vehicles have also been attacked. A number of Johannesburg Metro Police Vehicles are stationed outside and around the mall premises, with police also keeping a watchful eye over the situation there. SABC News senior reporter Chriselda Lewis is part of our team who's been monitoring developments since the early hours of this morning. And Chriselda, I can see some of the residents there are keeping up the momentum as we wait for the arrival of the Transport MEC.
These are live visuals still outside Maponya Mall here in Soweto, where community members have taken to the streets now, still demanding that the Maponya Mall here in Soweto remain closed. They blame part of the mall's management for an incident that took place yesterday, which saw one e-hailing driver killed and several other people injured. We do understand that those that have been injured are still being attended to in terms of their injuries. The road still remains completely shut off here in front of Maponya Mall, and residents are saying that they're going to shut it down for 7 days until I guess there is some resolution. The MEC for Transport and Roads here in Gauteng has been expected here at Maponya Mall. Earlier, when we had spoken to her spokesperson, we do understand that the MEC was due to arrive and have discussions with the Maponya Mall management, because you know that the community here is in part blaming the management, allegations that some of the management may have some stakes in the taxi industry, hence these e-hailing drivers are not able to operate in this particular area. So what we also understand at the moment is that there will be some members of the community that will also be I think trying to go and apply for this particular march to be legal. That's part of what we heard at the stage. This is as family members of the deceased are also still here at the mall, and they have been in conversation with the mall management. They were absolutely distraught this morning. The aunts and uncles had also come here. They were absolutely inconsolable. Understandably so, the media was not able to speak to them due to how distraught they were. And we totally understand that, Ayanda, given the sensitivities around, speaking to families that have just been bereaved, that have just heard, the news of what has taken place and are still trying to come to terms. You can only but imagine some of the family members are also hearing only here on air at this particular point. Perhaps I'm going to try and see if I can't bring in one of these gentlemen to see if at this particular stage, let me bring in this gentleman from the EFF as well. Sir, you've been at the forefront of this march. I do understand that you will be trying to bring some form of application to have this particular strike legalized. Talk to us a bit about that.
Yes, no, definitely. We are going to file for a 205 to formalize the demonstration that is currently happening, because we want to keep things at standstill until the management comes down with government officials to give us a resolution on this matter. We cannot allow things to continue as normal when such things are happening in our societies.
Yeah. This has been going on for a while, and there doesn't seem to be a resolution. The MEC is expected here. I think she has
not come to the people. She must come and tell us, give us resolutions here. Until that is done, we're going to keep things on standstill, and we're going to shut down the mall, we're going to shut down the streets until they come with a solution.
I do understand that there's a meeting that's going to take place with the mall management, but But I guess what the community is saying is that she must actually come and address and talk about...
And put them into confidence that the government is doing something about it, because this thing happened in 2023 and there was no resolution, there's no follow-up, there's no feedback to the community, there's no feedback to the families of the people that are affected as to what is going to be done about the matter. So until that resolution has been met, we are going to keep things at standstill.
And this Section 205 application that you now plan to make is to legalize the strike action. And we understand that the community has already said that they plan to shut this area down for 7 days.
Yes. So we're going to keep this place shut down for 7 days. Also considering that the fact that in our culture, when such when death has happened, you keep a period of 7 days of mourning and make sure that there is secrecy across family members in that particular period of time. So we're going to keep the mall shut down for 7 days and make sure that there's nothing that happens the coming 7 days in this mall. Because what is happening here is that we're being met with arrogance. The mall management has sent security forces to the people when people have come to seek accountability from the mall. The only thing that they were supposed to do was come down to the people and tell them that they have received what has happened. They are also shocked as us, but clearly they're in cahoots with what is happening. This Soweto of ours, this Maponya Mall, is not going to be rendered a Gaza. We are not in Gaza here. We are not in a war zone. We are in a peaceful community. And until people understand, people like the management of Maponya Mall understand that we are not in Gaza here, we are going to show them that we are not going to give them business, which is what puts bread on their tables. We are not going to give them business for the coming 7 days. We are going to close the streets. We are going to close the mall. No worker is going to enter the mall. No customer is going to enter the mall until they have the humility to come down and apologize about the incident, take into consideration the fact that people were killed. There are people now that are in hospital. There's a gentleman from Uber here whose car was shot by the same guys with AK-47s. Where do you get firearms that are not legalized in this country? And you render our communities a war zone. We're not in a war zone here. We are peaceful community members who are demonstrating our frustrations about the government that is ignoring our cries. There has to be a generalized approach in this, because it's not only happening at Maponya Mall. There are other malls like Jabulani Mall, like Southgate, where taxis have a monopoly of rendering the services to the commuters. What happens to our rights as consumers? When I say I want to take an Uber, I must be allowed to take an Uber. I must not be told or bullied by a certain industry or by a certain group of people that I must use their services instead of other services. We must be given our preferences, and the government must protect our rights as the consumers of this country. The management of the mall must not give preference to a particular industry. They must open it up to other people. Services must be shared in the industry. The same thing that they are doing here, they did to Reavaya, which is a government entity. They did this to Reavaya. Reavaya doesn't pass here anymore. These small Reavayas that used to collect people to different stations are no longer operating because of the very same people. So why must the community keep quiet when such things are happening? We are not going to allow it. We are going to respond, and we are going to demonstrate our frustrations. If they want us to meet them with the same arrogance they're meeting us with, we are going to bring it 100 times more.
And what about the conversation to the taxi industry? Have you not brought them forward to have at least some sort of negotiation and also accountability from their side as to what transpired?
Look, man, the minute you say taxi industry, you are broadening it. The people must be identified. The mall, the reason we're saying the mall is the one that must take accountability is because they know which taxis are operating in their mall. The minute I say taxi industry, I'm going to go to wrong associations. Taxis have associations. Why must I start pinpointing to say this is the association that has done this thing? The mall must tell us these are the people that are rendering services for transport in this particular mall. And then we'll take it from there and say, look guys, you have to cooperate with each other. You have to make sure that you share the services, the services that you render to our people together. and you do not monopolize them to yourselves.
And what about the services that are being disrupted inside the mall? Is the community standing with you as you guys take on this decision to shut down this mall?
Well, if you can see here, we have workers of Maponya Mall. Yes. They are also here with us. We are not disrupting anything. The workers are saying we also fear for our lives. When we knock off here late, we request Uber and Bolt. So why must they enter in an environment that is not safe? Why must they voluntarily go to Gaza Strip and render their lives for death? They can't do that. They came to us and said, guys, what you are doing, we are fully behind you. And we are saying to them, we will champion their struggles. We will make sure that whatever the management of the mall is trying to do will not see the light of day, because this is the second time. We will also follow up on the matter that took place in 2023, because even today we do not know who did what happened in 2023. We don't know the people that burned those cars. There are no arrests that have been made. We don't know what is happening with the docket. So this incident simply raised that incident of 2023.
And just a last question for you. We are expecting the MEC for transport here in the province to speak to residents and try and calm these tensions. What are you anticipating she will say? What do you want to hear from her?
Are you assuming they will come, or you know they will come?
They will come.
Oh, well, we don't know, because they've always been politicking such incidents. I don't know what they fear in this industry. There is no decisiveness from our government officials to take decisions to say our people must be safe in the streets. This thing is not the first time it's happening. When they come to us, our expectation from them is that they must tell us that our rights as consumers are going to be protected. They must tell us that Ubers and Bolts are going to be allowed in all malls in this country, not only in Maponya Mall, all malls across. There must be a generalized approach into this thing, because if we are going to solve this issue in Maponya Mall, we'll also be invited a Proteas Lane, we'll invited a Chablani Mall, we'll be invited in Southgate. We don't want that. We want, when they respond as government, to come with a response and a legislation that says all services must be allowed to be rendered across. There must be the same way you can have Pick n Pay and ShopRite in a mall. It's the same way you must have Uber, taxi, and Bolt and Taxify and all other services of transport in a mall. Competition must be allowed. Competition must be encouraged in all industries of the country.
All right, and if they don't come?
We'll continue. You see, the people are here, and the people are saying that they will demonstrate, even if it's for 7 days. I've been here since last night. I've been here since 7 p.m. Izolo, when the incident took place. We were here throughout the night. We're still here. We're going to be here even tomorrow. If there's no resolution, we'll be here the day after for 7 days. The 7 days mourning period you must take it very serious, because if we can take it and stretch it to 3 months or so, or shut down this mall indefinitely, because we want people that understand that we are human beings and we have our own rights as human beings. When there is competition, encourage it. People must learn how to market their brands. People must learn how to market their services. They must not bully us into entering into business with them.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. The EFF, you are hearing from part of the group of people who are here, who are indicating that they're hoping that the MEC for Roads and Transport will come and address this community. That says that they're very aggrieved by what has happened here. They're also, you'd recall, we've been reporting since very early on this morning that the mall itself is not operating at this stage. And what we're hearing now is that members of or some of the workers from this mall say that they're in solidarity with the action that is being taken here, because sometimes at night, when they need to request these e-hailing services after their shifts have been, my hair's being removed out of my face. Thank you very much, ma'am. And when they request these e-hailing services, they say they're also at risk at night when, they also come under attack. They're saying that the taxi drivers simply do not want the e-hailing services to operate in this particular area. This road, once again, still remains completely shut down. And this community says that they will continue to ensure that it remains so for the next 7 days if there is no resolution to the the impasse that has taken place for a couple of months now. You recall this is not the only incident that we speak of relating to violence. You'd recall some years back there'd also been another incident, vehicles also torched here at Maponya Mall. There's been absolutely no resolution to the impasse in this particular area. So the residents say they're going to continue with their strike action at this particular stage. They've now moved to this part of the road. We'll just show you in just about a second. And it's not just the rocks and stones that are barricading the road now. It's the bodies of these protesters that are also now barricading, if I may, this road. I mean, this community is quite adamant that they're going to continue with this kind of action because they've tried to get some resolution. They've tried to get someone to give answers about when this impasse, this violent impasse, in fact, will come to an end. There have been no answers pertaining to that. And what we've seen at this particular point, this is not the first time that we've had the Gauteng provincial government try to intervene in this matter. In fact, we're not sure if the MEC has arrived at this stage. I would believe that her entourage would use another entrance, not the one that has been blocked off here. But the expectation is that once the MEC has addressed the management here at Maponya Mall, they will then be able to come and give the community feedback. And the community says if that does not happen, they're going to continue with this protest indefinitely.
All right, Chriselda, we'll keep a close eye on the situation there at Maponya Mall. Police also, of course, present there. As soon as the MEC is spotted, even at a distance, we'll certainly take you back there live. But for now, Chriselda Lewis, our senior reporter, live to us from Pimville in Soweto.